to go off on the Stranger Things thing too?
Well, I feel like we have
I feel
to.
like that just kind of happened. I don't remember how.
We can just cover a different movie. Well, it's a good thing I got up to check.
Yeah.
Back in typical fashion, this guy forgot to hit record on the podcast.
We're back.
Welcome back to the Let's Go Eat pod.
So for us, we're saying we're back as of 20 minutes ago because somebody forgot to hit record.
Somebody forgot to press the record button.
We had so many pearls of wisdom that we'll try to remember.
We did. We went through a whole Stranger Things rant
We
about
did.
how I said it was probably the best, one of the best shows ever made.
Yeah.
We talked about, you want to start with the Eagles?
Let's start with the Eagles.
Well,
again.
we're back. Sorry it's been a while. We're
Yeah.
back. I've lost 25 pounds.
Scheduling, my hair's grown.
His hair's grown.
Scheduling conflicts, all kinds of stuff.
Scheduling conflicts. I was in Colorado. I had a Colorado arc for a little bit.
Yeah.
Um,
I was in Cairo.
if only this guy remembered to hit record, then we wouldn't have to worry about this.
It was pretty fantastic what we had to say. Well, we talked about the Eagles being 8-2.
They're
They're
8-2?
now. They're not on a roll. What did I say? They're on a tear.
They're on a tear.
They're on a tear.
Nick Sirianni,
Am I in?
you're in.
Okay.
We're both in.
Nick Sirianni and his shaved head era.
Sirianni's good.
Yeah.
Undefeated, 6-0 in the shaved head era right now.
Yeah. And
Saquon Barkley, the GOAT.
man, we didn't talk about Saquon Barkley till the end last time, but
So now we're starting.
We'll start with Saquon.
Now we seem like good Eagles fans. Knowledgeable Eagles fans.
Saquon had that unbelievable, iconic run where he hurtled backwards.
Top 3 in MVP voting.
Yeah, man.
The
He's
Eagles-
just unbelievable.
The Eagles stopped Jaden Daniels.
Yeah. And Jaden Daniels is... So we'll go through that, well,
He's good.
first time. He's good. I think that Washington was, and he were kind of victims of that whole rookie...
Insanity run.
Yeah. They're good. They're a good team. Don't get me wrong.
I think we just did that perfectly word for word what we did last
Yeah.
time.
I just think the Eagles have a little more talent on their team,
Their D-line.
and they have experience.
Their D-line is probably the best I've seen since the Super Bowl, and it wasn't even that good. That's the thing. Another thing I didn't touch on is Brandon Graham.
Oh, yeah.
How about Brandon Graham,
yeah.
man? Went from this being his last year to now he's talking about coming back one more year after this if they'll have him.
Well, I'm telling you, the Eagles, so...
If he's playing at the level he's playing, I'd
Yeah.
come back.
Yeah, I agree. Why not?
I love Brandon Graham.
And the Eagles' defense with your cornerbacks.
Oh my goodness.
On-
Goodness? Oh my
Goodness.
goodness. Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean.
Cooper DeJean.
Cooper DeJean.
As you'd say in Philly.
Wooder.
DeJean.
Cooper DeJean. And Quinyon Mitchell, the defensive rookie of the year, hopefully.
Unbelievable.
Possibly.
Like we have cornerbacks.
We have a
for-
team, is what we have.
We do. We got
have-
Lane Johnson and Jordan Mailata.
2 up-and-coming guys. 2 up-and-coming promising prospects.
Yeah, we'll see how they
in the
do. You know, maybe they'll be all right.
I heard they got good pipes, good singing pipes.
They do have good singing.
You ever heard-
Jordan Mailata?
I was going to say, have you heard him sing All I Want for Christmas Is You?
Yeah, he's good, man.
That's unreal. Have you heard me sing All I Want for Christmas Is You?
I have.
I would not listen to that if I heard that, I'd be like,
You haven't done a Christmas album in a while.
what the heck is a Christmas album?
You used to do them all the time. They were world famous.
What the heck is a Christmas album?
Yeah, we're gonna have to look that up. They were world
What?
famous.
What the heck is a Christmas album? Anyway, Eagles 8-2.
They're playing the
Devontae-
Rams this week.
Yeah, they're going to win.
Yeah.
They're going to win.
Do you want to say about the Devontae Smith?
That he's a number 1 wide receiver. This is a hot take that I've never said before up until right now. That he's a number 1 wide receiver on 25 teams. Only team he's not the number 1 wide receiver on is the Vikings, because that's Justin Jefferson. Let me think about this. Probably not the Cowboys, because CeeDee Lamb. This is fun. I like playing this game while you look up butt fumble. Sorry to spoil, but he's not a number 1 wide receiver on the Eagles because they have A.J. Brown. This is fun. I'm enjoying playing this game. He's not a number 1 wide receiver on...
Well, let me say this about Devontae Smith. Unfortunately, he will probably be out this next game.
Yeah, his stupid hamstring.
But that's okay because
Stretch, buddy.
AJ Brown's okay. You know,
What is it with all these hamstring injuries in sports the last, like,
I mean, hamstrings
this
are.
year?
I mean, they.
There was the Tommy John injury issue. Now there's the hamstring issue because Trey Turner went down with a hamstring injury. And
It's an easy thing to injure. It's an easy thing to pull, just because the way it's positioned and the work it needs to do. If you're sprinting, if you're doing those things, it takes a lot of, especially on a sprint. I mean, it takes a lot of the force.
I'm just gonna have to go with skill issue. Stretch more.
Stretch more, drink more, have some more
Drink
electrolytes.
more. Drink more. Drink more whiskey. Drink more beer. More wine. Drink all the wine and whiskey and beer.
None of those things you should do.
Drink moonshine for breakfast.
Because that will dehydrate you and cause more injuries. So drink Gatorade.
We're switching up real quick to our sponsor, Moonshine. Nothing goes better than a good old glass of iced moonshine in the morning with my peanut butter lovers one protein bar. A nice glass of banana moonshine.
What about Jalen Hurts? Should we talk about Jalen Hurts?
Jalen Hurts, watching that man play football makes me feel like I just took a shot of moonshine. I get that high. Moonshine doesn't make you high.
No.
Silly. Moonshine makes you drunk. No, Jalen Hurts, all-time high.
He's, the man can run. The man can pass.
He's running like he did in 2022. Yeah. I didn't say that before. Wait, did I?
No.
Chat.
No, you
clip
did not.
It. He's running like he did in 2022.
Yeah.
He has a better mentality than he did in 2022.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Because 2023 it just wasn't our turn. I wasn't trying to do a Jalen Hurts impression, I swear. I was just quoting him.
It was pretty good, though.
It was pretty good. Because now he's all, job not done.
Yeah.
Job not finished. Just like me. Job not done, job not finished. Who needs luck when I got charm?
So what are your thoughts? We didn't talk about this. What are your thoughts on Nick Sirianni when he addressed the fans after they were telling him what were they yelling at him and he did it and I don't remember.
I don't know. I wasn't a fan of it at the time, and I'll tell you why I wasn't a fan of it at the time. Because I was an angry Eagles fan because my team sucked. But now that they're winning,
I don't have a problem with what he did.
Okay.
He wasn't taunting them.
It took me a day to think about it, but he was just doing back what Eagles fans were doing to him. Yeah. That's what Philadelphians do.
Yeah.
We're a brotherhood.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta mess with each other.
Yeah.
And deep down, Sirianni loves Philadelphia, I think.
I think so.
If he left Philadelphia, I don't think he would have anything nice to say about Philadelphia. Mm-hmm. He seems like that type of guy. He panders pretty good.
Probably.
He's like Harper, but Harper and his pandering, I can never tell if he means it or not. Like, I feel like if Harper left, would he just be like, "That's the worst place I've ever played in"?
I don't know, because I don't know. I think he's that kind of guy where he's like, "Hey, this is where I am. I'm gonna make the best of it. I'm gonna make this my home. I'm gonna be the best player for these fans." Like, I feel like that's the kind of guy he is.
It's just there's no way Jalen Hurts is actually his favorite NFL player. Come on.
Right.
Come on. We all know it's good old Dak or Zeke. How about Zeke? How about the Cowboys? Zeke
Cowboys terrible.
Having probably the best second stint with the NFL team he's ever had. He didn't ruin his legacy at all with the Cowboys.
Cowboys are terrible.
Thank God the Cowboys got Ezekiel Elliott instead of Derrick Henry or Saquon Barkley.
Can we stop talking about them being America's team and start making the Eagles America's team?
The Eagles or the Chiefs. Kansas is not.
Wow.
Kansas City's not in Kansas, is it?
Well, it's mostly in Missouri.
Okay.
Part of it is in Kansas.
I would not call Missouri America.
What? That's like the heart of America.
Pish posh. It's not in the...
I've been to Missouri. I love
Missouri
Missouri.
is not in the elite of states.
I loved Missouri.
If I had to tell you what
I've been to Kansas as well.
If I had to tell you what the most elite, like popular states there are out there, it's probably California, Texas, Florida.
Least popular?
No, the most popular. Like, everybody knows these states. Come on. I couldn't name Ohio off the top of my head. I couldn't name North Dakota. Like, come on.
You just named them.
Pennsylvania, New York.
These are all ones
Virginia.
You're familiar with.
Yep.
That's why you're saying that.
Like I'm not just gonna be like, hey man, you want to go to Kentucky? Hey, you want to go to South Dakota?
I've been to both of those places. I like them both.
Was it just a flat land?
South Dakota was. Very flat. There's like nothing there. But where I was, however, they have that's where Mount Rushmore is.
I thought that was North Dakota.
South Dakota.
Yeah,
South
you
Dakota.
don't even know.
South Dakota.
Chat, fact check us right now. New bit we're bringing in is chat. Chat's here now. Chat, say hi. I'm going to forget to edit that in. That's going to be the best part.
That'll be funny.
I don't even know who chat's going to be yet. This is chat.
Hi, chat. Thanks for being here.
I decided who it's going to be. So what do you want to talk about now? The Sixers?
Sixers. We're in the Sixers.
My Sixers.
Guess what their record is right now?
Let me guess.
Because wait, hold on. They have Joel Embiid, Paul George.
Don't say Tyrese Maxey.
Tyrese
What?
Maxey. Like,
What? They gotta
they
be
should
undefeated.
be crushing.
They're 14-0, right? They're 14-0. Let me guess.
Try again.
Embiid's having the most healthy season of his career, like he told us he was going to.
Yeah.
Let me guess. Let me say Paul George's knee is completely healed now. He's back in his prime. Let's say Tyrese Maxey completely solidified himself as a good player.
Well, this is the dream sequence. They are 2-12. Reality.
That's not good. That's not good.
And the whole trust the process thing is done. Let's just get rid of that.
Well-
Let's start over. I think we're done with that.
I saw something on WIP today, and I
Excuse me.
need your thoughts.
Yeah.
Shut down Embiid and tank. What do you think?
That would be starting over
Yep,
again.
and I'm fine with that.
But we just went out and got Paul George.
Yeah, just another dead weight, just another Tobias Harris.
I don't know. What are you going to do? Then you're going to pick up, Tobias Harris, and you're going to pick up a...
My goat. Hey, listen, I'll say this, okay? Tobias Harris he's a good dude. He's like Taiwan Walker. He's a good dude. Just a terrible contract. And I mean, can you blame him for taking that money?
No. Oh, absolutely not.
Like, come on, man.
Of course.
Can you imagine looking someone in the eye and be
You'd
like,
be stupid. I'd be like, you're an idiot.
I
if you don't
can't
take...
accept this. I'm gonna suck. I'm gonna age. I
that's
can't
dumb.
accept this. Just like Taiwan Walker, like, oh, I have 1 million arm injuries, but you're handing me 80 million.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't accept this. I don't want to.
That's on the
guys
team.
over.
That's on the team. That's not on him.
And that's why I will forever have respect for Taiwan Walker. Good, great dude. I've interacted with him on social media before. Awesome
Really?
guy, great guy, but just a bad player.
Yeah.
Just a bad player who got a great contract. Got a fantastic contract in his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
That man's making $20 million a year to have a 7 ERA.
So what happens?
That's my goat.
What happens if everybody gets healthy on the Sixers?
Then we're back.
Yeah,
We're back.
We'll see.
There was never a doubt. When the Sixers have their 10-game winning streak starting tomorrow, and the season starts over.
Yeah, maybe I'll start paying attention. Maybe I'll start watching if I see that.
72 games in an NBA season? Is it 72? I think it's 72.
Let me look that up.
I'm like 99% sure it's 72.
82, more like. The Sixers start. Let's see. In their next, let's go with their next 10 games.
It's make or break these next 10 games, to be honest with you.
I don't know about make or break, but I will say this:
You say it
if
first.
in their next 10 games they win 8 of them, I'll start paying attention.
8-2.
I'll start paying attention.
Do you want me to tell you why it's make or break for me? If they go 4-6, 2-8, you need to understand it's not easy to come back from 8-18 or 6-18
No.
with 60 games left. That's not easy, especially when you're playing teams like the Celtics. I'm about to start naming off random teams because I don't know anything about
Yeah,
the
but
NFL.
here's the problem. I thought for sure.
NFL.
I was like, whoa, they got George. We're going to be the contenders. We're going to be the ones that'll possibly beat the Celtics.
Whew, we did it. And now
Now look, what's happening?
Now we can't beat
I was pretty
LeBron
excited.
James. How about
LeBron James is 40 years old.
You and I failed, honestly. We could have been the next
LeBron James and LeBron James?
Bronny James.
Yeah, we could.
We fumbled. I think it's just because we don't have the
I
same
think that
name.
we don't have the... genetics might come into it. I'm not sure.
We both have...
There might be a height issue.
If we played sports, you need to remember our knees were ticking time bombs if we ended up playing sports. We could have been the first father-son duo to both get injured in the first game playing together, like Ken Griffey Jr. and his father. No,
Yeah.
but they hit home runs in the same game.
You want to move on to the Flyers? And talk about how good they're doing?
I don't know. I kind of want to keep talking about the Sixers and how good they are. I mean, let's talk about the Sixers.
Okay.
I'm kidding. Back to the Flyers.
The Flyers are 8-9-2.
Matvey Michkov. That's not. I said it in a British accent. He's Russian.
He's Russian.
How do you do a Russian accent? Is that? Can I do a Russian accent?
Yes.
Matvey Michkov.
Matvey Richkov.
Yeah.
Matvey Richkov.
Go eat a Russian tea cake, loser.
And
No,
wash it down with some vodka.
Not Mitch.
What?
Not Michkov. He doesn't have to. He's not a
No.
loser. Name a Russian that's a loser. 3, 2, 1. The Russian guard from Stranger Things.
I was going to say like Lenin or Stalin.
John Lennon.
No, yeah.
John Lennon was Russian.
John, you didn't know that?
Was he
You
actually?
thought
Wait.
you thought they were from England, didn't you?
Wait.
You thought the
Okay.
Beatles were from England?
Now I'm scared. Are you serious? Is John Lennon Russian? Okay. No, I'm having a moment.
The Beatles were from England.
Q&A of the day.
John Lennon. Who were the 4 Beatles?
Trivia of the day.
Yeah.
Name the 4 Beatles.
Name 'em.
John Lennon. Louis Tomlinson, Harry Styles, and Niall Horan. Rest in peace, Liam Payne.
Paul McCartney.
That's the guy who sings "Wonderful Christmas Time."
George Harrison.
Jimmy Carter. Don't say it. Zayn Malik.
Ringo Starr.
Woo! Close. Okay. Well, can you name all 5 One Direction members?
Can you name who completely brought down the Beatles and broke them up?
John Lennon.
Yoko Ono. John Lennon's wife. Okay.
Can you name, before we go back, can you name all the One Direction members right now?
No, I can't name one.
You can name one. Come on.
Is Harry Styles?
There you go.
Okay,
yeah.
one.
Okay, name one more.
Joey?
Joey. Good. One more. Come on.
Jordan?
No, Jordan's not one. So you got Harry Styles and Joey. Joey.
Wait, there's a Joey?
Yeah.
John?
No.
I think I'm naming New Kids on the Block at this point.
You got Joey.
Donnie.
No, you got it. I'm not kidding.
Donnie?
Yeah.
Wait, so were they...
There's no Joey and Donnie.
Oh. I'm pretty sure I just named all the New Kids on the Block.
I'm pretty sure I've seen
Donnie Wahlberg.
that same One Direction bit on TikTok before, but we just recreated it.
Did we? But I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That's the point. I didn't know
that's the
that.
good thing. I knew I could get you. It's cold, and I feel like a different personality.
You feel Russian?
I do. I'm gonna go drink a Russian tea cake and eat some vodka.
Yeah, and talk about how much we don't like Putin.
Yeah, and my country's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, losers.
And
I don't
it's
know.
really cold and
Yeah. Oh, how cold is it? You want to wear a jacket, loser? Guess what? Guess what? It's like 40 degrees
go put a
here.
jacket on.
It's plus. Oh, you want to wear a little hat?
Oh, you want to have one of those weird fur hats? They're like a.
Yeah. You stupid loser.
They walk out in the snow.
We're gonna get. The Russians are definitely listening to this.
Sure they are.
If this was the 80s, I'd be a little worried.
Oh, I'd be worried. But you know what?
I would probably cut. I would cut this podcast.
You know what
so
I would do?
fast.
I would go Wolverines on them.
I would go. I would probably go.
You don't even know that reference.
Russian Wolverine. Did he take
It's
down
a
the
movie.
Russians?
No, it was a movie
Wolverine.
called not
Logan.
Wolverine.
X-Men Origins.
What? No.
X2.
No.
X-Men Apocalypse. Dark Phoenix. Deadpool and
We
Wolverine.
didn't even talk about Stranger Things like we did last time.
Yeah, but I feel like we covered
for a
that
whole
I feel like we covered that bit with the Beatles and One Direction bit.
Yeah, I think we're good.
That was your
Yeah.
little One Direction bit. Okay, I'll give you one more chance. One more chance. Name a 2000 a song. Name
What?
one Ariana Grande song.
Um, Good times.
Good times. You got it.
Good times only.
Her most popular song. Now you gotta ask me one question. Difficult question from back in your day, like the 50s. Something like that. 50s, 40s. Oh, when was Frank Sinatra born?
Well, see, I can't tell you name one Frank Sinatra song because you can.
Fly Me to the Moon.
Fly me to the moon. Okay.
Something going on upstairs.
Hope everybody's okay.
We got a podcast to finish, so
Yeah.
that's gotta wait.
So I fought a bear the other day. Speaking of Russians.
Yeah, the bear
I fought
arc
a
is
bear.
yeah. I bet a Russian couldn't beat a bear.
No.
They'd probably be like, "Here's some vodka and a
Yeah.
feather fur hat."
Fur hat.
Yeah. Here's my big
Yeah.
country, my cold big country. Come to America, loser. Like,
No, idiot.
try Five Guys. You'll probably have a panic attack.
Five Guys is fantastic.
To be honest, can you imagine going back in time to like the caveman era and giving a caveman a Five Guys burger?
No.
I feel like they'd die. They'd probably die.
What are your thoughts on the Five Guys fries?
I'm happy you asked this. I was just talking about this.
Mm.
Top 3 most underrated fries of all time. Five Guys.
Okay.
And I will stand by that. Easily some of the best fries you'll eat, especially with ketchup.
Do you want to know what I like about them? I don't know that I would put them top 5. Maybe I would. Maybe I would.
Maybe top 5. I think I'd change it to top
I
5.
like the fact that you can see them making the fries out of potatoes.
Yeah, they're fresh.
Like they're fresh. That's cool.
And they put salt on them. But
Salt's
that's all
good.
you need.
That's all you
It's in peanut oil.
I mean, I don't know, but you're still putting it in oil.
It's healthy though. It's fresh. If it's clean oil, it's healthy. Don't forget
It's
it.
not dirty oil.
Just like McDonald's.
Oh, I had McDonald's last Saturday for the first time in probably 20 years.
Was it
Seriously,
good?
probably 20 years.
That's not true.
Huh?
That's not true.
It's got to be true.
I've seen you eat McDonald's before.
In the last 20 years?
Probably within the last 5 years.
No, there's no way within the last 5.
Maybe 10.
I can't even remember the last time I ate it.
Huh.
But my problem is this: I can't really compare it to what I used to have a Big Mac every time. Every
I'm
time.
not a big Mac guy.
But I didn't get a Big Mac this time, so I can't really compare what I had to what I had
What'd you
before.
get? It was probably a lot better back then, to be honest.
It was a deluxe spicy crispy chicken sandwich.
So their crispy chicken sandwiches are good.
And that was not bad.
They're newer too. They're not the McChicken. The actual crispy
The
chicken.
crispy
sandwich. Yeah.
chicken. That wasn't
They're good.
bad.
They're not. They're a little dry, is what I'd say, but they're good.
I didn't have fries with it.
Oh man,
And then I had one of Riley's fries, and I wasn't. They weren't great.
You have to eat them fresh. McDonald's fries you have to eat fresh, or you're not really going to be.
Well, we got
fan.
it DoorDashed, which means it was twice the price.
Because you had to pay the service fee
Oh my goodness!
and the double
The tip that they suggest is outrageous.
don't they when
I changed.
changed to 0? Those losers. I was wondering why
I gave him
nobody
a
was
tip. I gave him a tip.
for some reason nobody was picking up the order. I put $0 in.
I tipped them. I just didn't tip them what they told me I should. I think it was like 25 or 30%.
That's crazy.
I was
I've
like,
never
no
seen
way.
that. That's crazy. Well, okay. Sometimes when it's like a really cheap, like if I'm ordering like Sunday, for instance, I got ibuprofen and a Celsius in Colorado. It was like $6, so I just tipped them $6.
There was no like convenience store near there or something? Like a
no, it was
gas
ridiculous.
station?
No, so I just tipped $6.
Do you want to hear a crazy story about ibuprofen?
Of course I do.
I was in New York City, and I was in the Marriott Marquis in Times Square, and I was sleeping. And I woke up, it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. And I had this massive headache. Like, migraine. I could barely open my eyes. And so I'm looking around. I had no ibuprofen. So I go to the front desk. I was like, do you have ibuprofen? They said, no, but there is a Dwayne Reed in Times Square that should be open. I was like, 3 o'clock in the morning? They said, yeah. I said, all right. So I went outside into Times Square, 3 o'clock in the morning. There were 2 guys sitting in the middle of Times Square at a table playing chess. Right in the middle of Times Square.
3 in the morning?
3 o'clock in the morning.
Hey.
And Dwayne
All is
Reed
life.
had ibuprofen. So I got a bottle of water and ibuprofen.
A bottle of water.
Bottle of water.
Hey.
And probably Gatorade too.
You to goat Times Square. You to goat
Yeah,
chess
unbelievable.
guys. You to goat
Anyway,
Dwayne Reed.
We didn't have to
Dwayne
talk
Wade. You to goat Dwayne Wade. What's Dwayne Wade up to these days?
I don't know. He's got to be retired a long time ago, right? I don't know.
Dwayne Wade? Didn't he play for the Sixers?
Dwayne Wade? I
don't
think so.
To be honest, I
don't
only
think
know
he did.
Dwayne Wade because of the name. I don't actually know who Dwayne Wade is.
Do you know who LeBron James is?
No, I know his son, Bronny James.
Now you know Dr. J, right?
Oh, he's the
Julius Erving.
Julius Caesar?
Julius Caesar, yeah. He was a emperor of Rome.
How do you think Julius Caesar reacted when he realized he got a salad named after him? Do you think he was
I'd
like,
be
you
happy.
guys shouldn't
I
have,
know.
but a salad?
And dressing too? Like, what in the world?
Are you kidding? Is it my birthday or something?
Yeah.
What am I going to get killed later or something?
You know what he was offended by, though?
The fact that he had salad?
That they made fun of his height.
That's
naming
Napoleon
a pizza
Bonaparte.
Place. No, naming a pizza
Little
place.
Caesars?
Little Caesars.
Yeah, how do you think he felt when Little Caesars opened for the first time? Do you think he was like $5 for a hot and ready pizza?
Yeah. Napoleon
A cheese
Bonaparte,
calzone?
like, you know, he can't be that upset because
He's dead.
Well, because then you're like, everyone's, like, oh, he's got Napoleon complex. You say someone has Napoleon complex, you know what that means,
It just
right?
means they're a short king.
It means that they're short, but they're trying to make up for the fact that they're short. Instead of
with their ego.
instead of just being a person that's short, there's a person that's short, there's a person that's tall. They're the same person, they're just different heights.
Yeah.
No, they got to think that they're...
But as a woman, I'm not dating a single man under 6 feet.
Oh, goodness.
So how long do you think we've talked about this and then sports?
I don't know, but we should probably talk about the Phillies offseason real quick.
I feel like we're doing better this episode than the last recording.
Yeah.
I feel like our off topic has just been through the roof in this episode.
Kind of went off a little bit, huh?
We went from the Flyers all the way to Napoleon Bonaparte. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
Do you like my wheeze? And I was like,
Yeah. I hope the microphone picked it up.
yeah.
So the Phillies, you want to end it with the Phillies?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it doesn't mean like, 2 minutes, we're done.
No.
We can talk about the Phillies all night. I got work in the morning, so maybe like 15,
I got to work in the
10,
morning. I got a lot to
15
do tomorrow.
I haven't eaten dinner yet, so maybe like 10, 15
I got to work
Phillies.
out in the morning, so do you.
I have to grocery shop. Yeah, I got to walk the dog in the morning.
You're not going to go for a run or anything?
I'm going to take the dog on my run.
Huh?
I've been taking
Does
her
dog
on.
like to run?
No, I need to get her exercise. She gets out of breath so quick.
She was running around here like crazy.
She is such a lazy dog.
Yeah.
It is insane. I'll play with her for like 10 minutes. And usually with our old dog, Sarah, I would play with her and then I would get tired and stop. She gets tired.
So she is a blue heeler,
This
which
is her.
is a
Her name's Arnie.
a cattle. What do they call them?
dog?
Australian cattle dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a good egg. But
Um,
she's a very lazy dog.
She's sweet. One of the sweetest dogs I have ever met.
We'll get her on episode.
She's like the dog in Bluey. Literally. That's why they call it a blue hero.
I ate a whole entire Bluey gummy on Monday. I can't lie to you. Alex's mom got us candy when we came back from Colorado
Yeah.
because she called Alex and asked what we would want for dinner.
And you said
Alex
gummies?
made a joke and said candy and ice cream, and she got us candy and ice cream. But she made pot roast too.
Oh, pot roast.
I
is good.
love pot
Mom
roast.
made pot roast last week.
Did she?
It was unreal.
I'll tell you what. I am.
Unbelievable.
I am a.
It went down fast.
I enjoy a good pot roast. I love
I
a
brought
good
it to
pot
work
roast.
with me the next day. I finished it. I got all the pot roast out of there, put it in a container, and brought it to work.
I wish I could do that.
So good.
But I'm on a strict diet. I can only eat 2,500 calories a day, but I've only been eating 2,000.
See, I'm on a strength building diet right now.
You're gaining.
Actually, I'm trying not to.
You're building.
I'm trying to do it the right way, but
You want me to tell you the perfect if you're trying to gain or like gain muscle, perfect meal?
what?
2 bowls at Chipotle. It's like 1,200 calories.
How much protein?
From what I remember, it was like 85 grams of protein. Insane. The fat is the only thing that is like the cheese. That's it.
Yeah, fat's the issue. That's fine.
But it's only like 15,
Fat doesn't necessarily make you
15
fat.
grams of 15 grams of fat, maybe.
That's not bad. At all.
Anyway, Phillies. The Phillies.
So I had brought up Sasaki.
Roki Sasaki.
What do you think is happening with him? I mean, I
think-
think he could be affordable.
I think he's going to the Dodgers. Is what I.
Why do you think that?
Because the Dodgers take everybody, not just because it has his friends, and that wasn't racist. They're genuinely friends. Not just like, oh, they're Japanese, they're friends. No, I'm going into a ramble. People knew what I meant.
But the thing is that, yeah, I think the West Coast teams, oddly enough, tend to get the Japanese players.
It's so annoying.
But I think that the Phillies being contenders might be the Dodgers are too, so I can't really say that.
I don't think the Phillies are going to get Sasaki, but I think that the fact that they're showing that they're serious about getting more Japanese players shows Japanese players that, hey, let's look at the Phillies really quick. And then they look at our playoffs atmosphere.
Yeah.
Come on. And hopefully Sasaki has, sorry, I know you're about to say something, but I hope he has a good enough brain to where he can realize that he would be the star in Philadelphia. He's not going to be overshadowed by Ohtani or Yamamoto.
Right.
He'd be the first Japanese player the Phillies have ever signed. Keyword signed. So
interesting. I didn't realize that.
He would be.
And
the
I can't think of anybody else. So yeah, that makes sense.
They had Hyun-Soo Kim in 2017. Terrible.
Okay, what about Tanner Scott from the Padres?
He's not Japanese.
He's not? That's
No.
a Japanese name, Tanner Scott.
It is. It is a pretty Japanese name. Did you like the joke I made?
I did.
Because I was
It was
talking
good.
about Japanese players. He said,
Yeah,
how
yeah.
about Tanner
Tanner
Scott?
Scott.
Because the joke was he's not actually Japanese.
I get it. But
He
there
plays
is
for the
another.
Padres.
Who's the other Japanese player that they were thinking of?
That's who. I don't remember. Chat. Nope. I don't remember his name.
All right. Well, what about Tanner Scott from the Padres?
I like him, but too expensive. Too expensive. If we want somebody like Alex Bregman or Juan Soto, I'm not going anywhere near Tanner Scott.
I was seeing that they were talking about like a $60 million contract for him.
No, I'm good. I love Tanner Scott, but I would sign Jeff Hoffman or, hot take, this is not a popular opinion amongst Phillies fans, I wouldn't mind signing Estevez back. I think people hate him just because he gave up that Lindor grand slam, but you got to realize he kind of got screwed over.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. They put him in a bad
he
position in
really-
that one.
Yeah, he put him in with the bases loaded and no outs.
Yeah, he inherited all.
in New York, in playoff atmosphere, with the MVP up.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't blame Estevez.
Yeah, I don't either. And he did fine other
He
times.
was a rocky pitcher. Like, he got into trouble, but he always got out of it.
So what other pitchers?
Like, relief pitchers or pitchers in general?
So I think we need. So you were saying Alec Boehm and
Justin Crawford.
uh,
What? Devin Williams?
Ranger Suarez.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was announced that they're the two that are looking at being traded. Bowman, Suarez,
Which means we will definitely need a good starting pitcher.
and a good third baseman.
Bregman.
Bregman, I wouldn't be mad with Bregman, but also I wouldn't be mad with sticking Sosa at third until Aiden Miller's ready in 2026.
That's fine too, because then that frees up money to go after a good pitcher.
And I mean, if it doesn't work out, there's something called the trade deadline.
Yeah.
Where you can get somebody like, I don't know, anybody is really available unless you're on a good team, if that makes sense.
So I do think, so then it's critical that we get a good starting pitcher.
Yeah. So do you have
Two, actually. Two.
We need two. Yes. So this is the hypothetical if they trade Suarez, right? We're going to need a 4 and 5 because at the moment Suarez is the 4 pitcher.
And what's crazy is in the beginning of the season, he probably should have been
like
I don't know. You
second,
not
probably
Wheeler.
second.
Yeah.
He got bumped 2 spots. It's Wheeler, Sanchez, Nola. In my honest opinion, it's Wheeler, Sanchez, Nola. Did you see Sanchez top 10 Cy Young voting?
Yeah, but Sanchez kind of fell off a little there at the end.
No, he
a little
didn't.
bit. A little bit.
I don't think so.
Spot.
I think he was great. I mean,
but Nola was pretty awesome.
he allowed a lot of home runs in the end.
But come on, Nola was good in the playoffs.
I think starting pitching was the only good thing about the playoffs, besides that game 2.
So they have to go out and go out.
They have to go.
If they keep Ranger Suarez, cool.
They need a 5th starter.
But we need a 5th starter.
And this is where can I throw you a little theory? I don't know if it's in my official offseason, but it's a player I threw around. You texted me, and I was like, "It's funny you say that." Max Scherzer and Justin Verlander.
Yeah, for a year.
Think about this. And I've heard this. This is not my idea, but I am talking about it on here. You put them as the 5th starter, either one of them, and then when Andrew Painter's ready, you make them the closer.
Yeah.
Can you imagine Max Scherzer or Justin Verlander as our closer?
Dude, I think we really need to go for it this year.
That's what and I think they're going to.
So go get one of them for a year.
Bring me Verlander, the young and upcoming prospect.
because if 1 year, give him a year.
The most typical Phillies thing they could do is get a bunch of old.
It's true.
Bring me Nolan Arenado.
Yeah.
The guy who hit like 3 home runs last year in 150 games. Bring me old washed Nolan Arenado, Max Scherzer, who can't stay healthy.
No.
Honestly, let's run back the 2019 Nationals. Let's get Steven Strasburg out of retirement.
Yeah.
Let's get.
Oh man, he was good in his time. When he was good, he was so good.
Let's go before 2019. Let's sign Gio Gonzalez.
Gio Gonzalez. Yeah.
Let's take. Come on, give me some Nats players from back then. I was thinking about it. Can I say something crazy that a Phillies fan would probably punch me over? I really enjoyed watching the Nats when they were good. They were such a fun team to watch.
They were good. I hated that it was the Nationals.
Like they
were fun to watch, but I hated the fact that it was the Nationals.
I sometimes think, can you believe they had Harper, Turner, Soto, Scherzer, Strasburg on the same team?
Did we go to any games the year they won the
2019?
World Series?
Yeah, we did.
Did we?
Yeah,
I was trying to remember.
They
When was
lost
the All-Star game in
2018?
Because
we
went to
right
that
before Harper left.
That's right.
Remember, everybody was talking about it at that game.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, I think he's going to the Dodgers."
That's what everybody said.
I think he's going to the Dodgers. Or the Yankees were a big team in the beginning too.
I thought the Padres were looking at him too.
Padres were looking at them after Padres came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
I remember that because for the Machado and Harper, which I don't think any offseason has beat that still.
Yeah.
Like that was probably the most popular baseball has ever been in the offseason ever.
I remember talking about trying to get both of them.
Goodness. But I just remember for Machado and Harper, it was Yankees, Phillies, Dodgers, and Giants. And then the Padres just came in out of nowhere and took Machado. And then they're like, "Oh, we're going to get Harper too."
Yeah,
but
did.
I kind of feel like that was leverage just to get the Phillies to go up to 330. But yeah, Max Scherzer. Bring me Max Scherzer, Justin Verlander. Make him our closer or starting pitcher.
Yeah. Imagine having that as your 5th starter.
And I made a joke about Nolan Arenado, but I wouldn't mind Nolan Arenado on my team over Alec Boehm.
Yeah.
I know he's old. I know he's aging, but
let's talk about the big one we're trying to go out and get.
Juan Soto. I don't even want to talk about him because we're not getting him.
No,
I don't think we're getting him.
So Phillies, from everything I've seen, they're 4th. Everybody's saying
it's Yankees, Dodgers,
it's Mets, Yankees, Dodgers,
stupid
Phillies.
Dodgers.
I think the Dodgers are going to probably get him. I don't know.
If the Dodgers get him, I'm not watching baseball.
Here's
anymore.
the thing: if the Yankees want him, they're going to get him.
Yeah, it's all about if the Yankees want him.
Yeah,
because Juan Soto is not like the past free agents where he's like, "I just want a place to call home." Juan Soto wants a place that will give him the most money.
and I don't I don't blame him for that at all.
I mean, you can make a home wherever you want if you get the right amount of money.
Dude.
You could buy a whole state with $600 million.
Yeah, someone offered me that money, I would leave you guys. I mean, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I would probably,
I
if someone offered me $600 million to just completely restart my life, I
They'd be
would
like,
probably not
where'd
do it
Dad
either.
go? What happened to Dad? Have you seen Dad?
And I would say he chased the bag, guys. Can't blame him, brother. Chase the bag. But do you want your official predictions on Juan Soto?
I don't think we're getting him.
I don't think we're getting him, and I think he's going to the Mets. I think the Mets owner is just going to one-up every offer that gets offered.
Well, I think the Mets were so close this year that they're going to want him. They're going to.
Imagine how funny it would be if the Mets, after going all in somehow this year, just completely crumbled again next year.
I know.
That would be, because there's the saying, Mets gonna Met. This would be the biggest build-up to a Mets gonna Met moment of all time, and I would love every bit of it, watching them completely just crumble.
So funny.
Stupid Pete Alonso. Where's he going?
Well,
San Francisco?
I don't know.
He's not going back to the Mets, I don't think.
No, I don't think he is either. I can't stand that guy, but
He's such a dork. I would love him as my DH. He's such a dork, but
I hate it because he's probably fine. He's just such a dork.
Put Harper back in right, Castellanos in left.
Mm-hmm.
Get a new center fielder till Justin Crawford's ready. Sign Pete Alonso.
Hold on. What about like
Luis Robert?
But center field? Are we saying
Brandon Marsh and Johan Rojas?
Rojas is not going to be there?
At the moment, I think if the season started today, it's Marsh and Rojas platooning center field, is what I think. I think there's a chance.
I think Marsh needs more time.
I think there's a chance Marsh might get moved on from this year.
Interesting.
Which sucks, because I love Brandon Marsh, but you need to realize this team wants a World Series trophy over chemistry at this point.
I agree. And
They
I
realized
think he's willing to do what he needs to do to make it happen.
I mean, you saw the Dodgers' chemistry doesn't have to win a World Series. Just signed Shohei Ohtani. Even though he wasn't great in the World Series, it was Freddie Freeman.
Yeah. Oh, Freddie Freeman was incredible.
There is no one more deserving than Freddie Freeman.
I was so happy to see he got that.
I love Freddie Freeman, man. I loved him when he was on the Braves.
I didn't like him so much on the Braves just because the Phillies played the Braves so much, and he was really good.
Once he got rid of the glasses, he was a cool dude.
Yeah, I was like, this guy's a nerd. He wears glasses. He's a nerd.
You're probably just getting mad at your brother Kevin for getting left home alone. Freaking loser.
Yeah, and your girlfriend's a. What does he say?
Buzz, your girlfriend. Woof.
Buzz, your girlfriend. Woof.
Isn't that what he says?
Yeah, something like that.
Chat, fact check it.
Did you know that is actually like one of the producers or something's son dressed up like a girl?
Yeah, and honestly, that's probably a better way to do it.
Yeah.
To be like, let's find the ugliest girl.
Ugly girl.
Let's find an ugly fat girl really quick for a picture. And have someone talk about how ugly she is. Can you imagine being casted like that? Like, hey, we're looking for an ugly, overweight guy that is going to get made fun of in this movie.
I always wonder about that. Like, how does that go out? Like, you're the agent and you're like, hey, they're looking for an ugly fat guy.
I was going to say it's just like when they're like, hey, we need someone to die really quickly. I would do that. If someone was like, hey, can you just die in the most brutal way in this movie? I'd be like, yeah, of course. I'll pay.
They're looking for a hideous looking, I don't know.
Do you think someone just looks at it and is like, this is me. It's my time to shine.
This was made for me.
My awakening. Anything else on the Phillies?
Not that I can think of. I'm actually looking forward to the season starting.
I am. To be honest, I was always looking forward to spring training. I was looking forward to spring training after game 1
Here's the
of
thing.
the NLDS.
I absolutely love this time of year, Thanksgiving, Christmas. Once it's the new year, all I can think about is
baseball and the Super Bowl.
Baseball. When do the Phillies? Yeah, well, it's Super Bowl, absolutely. And then it's like, okay, spring training. And then at that point, you realize probably by December we'll know what kind of big.
I think Soto's going to sign before the winter meetings or during the winter meetings. And I feel like we'll have a lot more to talk about when the winter meetings start.
Yeah.
Hopefully Dave Dombrowski's got a little trade cooking up right now.
I mean, everybody keeps talking about how he's willing to shake things up. We'll see.
All bark, no bite? Or all bite, no bark? No. Or all bite, all bark.
Yeah. Bark and bite.
Yep. New podcast name. Bark and bite.
Bark
I'm
and
Bike,
bite.
he's Bark. No.
Bike?
Bart.
Bart and bike?
Bart and Bike. All right, guys.
Can I be bite?
Fine,
Bark?
you can be Bite. I'll be Bark. Because I'm all Bark and you're no Bite.
How about can I be Bart? And
Okay.
your bike.
I'll be Bart and you be Ernie. Bert and
Bert
Ernie.
and Ernie.
Dang it. All right, we'll be back next week. We have to.
I hope so.
We have to be
This
back
is
next
usually
week.
up to you. I'm usually just sitting around watching TV.
We have to be back next week.
It's Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we have
next
to. We
week.
have to do our podcast on Thanksgiving.
After we watch some football.
While watching the great Cowboys and the great Giants play each other.
Oh my
I
goodness.
can't wait to watch.
How are the Eagles not playing on Thanksgiving? Come on now.
I can't wait to watch Cooper Rush and Tommy DeVito play.
Danny DeVito?
Isn't it Tommy DeVito? What is his name? That Giants? Because Daniel Jones is
Yeah,
officially
Tommy
benched.
DeVito. Yeah.
That's something we didn't talk about.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones
I've seen some funny memes with Tommy DeVito. Some pretty like they did. What did they do? There was one with Goodfellas. Anyway, look it up. Look it up. It was
Yeah,
awesome.
look it up. We don't do everything for you.
Yeah, you have to do your homework for you.
Kidding me? We have to wipe your butt?
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Come on now.
So Dak Prescott's getting. Well, the thing I got to leave
Dak
this podcast.
Prescott
Do you have-
wipes his own butt.
Yes, probably maybe. He's getting paid $90 million a year.
He
He's
probably
got
pays somebody to do it. Yeah. He has a bidet.
You got.
I bet he has a bidet.
I need a bidet. You got any closing remarks for this?
Dak Prescott has a bidet.
All right. I was just gonna say Dak Prescott's getting paid $90 million to sit on the bench.